one. Brian Weiss with GolfWisconsin.com, and behind me is the beautiful clubhouse of Tuscumbia. And if you've played the golf course, it is one of the oldest in the state. And I'm joined with Eric. Now he said you're not going to be able to pronounce my name. Buchholz. I think we nailed it.
Got it right there. Yep, okay. Absolutely.
Eric is one of the owners and part of the Rustic Golf Properties or Golf Group, and took over the course last year. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's correct. We took it over last spring, about 12 days before we opened it. So we got thrown a lot our way. And just battled through as much as we could last year, and we're thrilled to death where we've gotten into in such a short amount of time. Weather played a good role for us this spring, but a course that went from essentially unplayable to just normal golf conditions that anybody would expect at a golf course in a short amount of time is always fun to accomplish.
That's really cool. We just had some golfers roll up here on the ninth hole, applauded the efforts of what you've done in the turnaround. They said they quit playing golf here last year because it was unplayable, as you just mentioned. Talk a little bit about the conditions, and maybe if somebody did play in the last couple of years, what's new, or what can they expect?
The course right now is back to the conditions, very similar conditions, if not even possibly a little bit better than it was, 5-6 years ago before the decline really started happening around the property. Things were just let go. The previous owner was looking at selling and things like that. So we took on a property that needed a lot of work. Every aspect, every piece of equipment, the irrigation system, the grounds, the clubhouse, plumbing, electrical, the whole thing. But now we've got a pretty good wrap underneath us. It takes a team to get that done. We have a great grounds crew out here that take a lot of pride in the course and a lot of pride in renovating it. They call themselves the Tusky Troopers. So if you see a Tusky Trooper, always give them a wave when you're driving by. So.
That's good. Hey, Eric, my father used to do a golf outing that played Lasonia and Tuscumbia, Mascoutin, and was on his his rotation every year as a guys trip. Talk a little bit about maybe some stay and play options. Are you seeing groups come through here and play in Green Lake?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a few stay and play packages around the area with some of the local resorts and hotels. You can find all that on our website. Also, it's Green Lake, so it's a huge lake with a lot of old history around it, with a lot of families that have been coming up here for years. And like you mentioned, all the courses that are in our area, Mascoutin, Lasonia, we all are able to complement each other because the courses are similar, but so different in their design and playability. So we see a lot of families. I'm assuming a lot of people that are coming up here for a long week every summer, the same date, coming up here and enjoying some golf. So that's fun to see. It's always good to fun to see young people out playing. But otherwise, the locals also. You got to love your locals. And the neat thing with a course like this and its age is just the history and the pride that the people in the area take in it. And that was a huge aspect in helping us work harder at getting it better, faster, because people care about the course. And when people care about the property, it just makes you want to care about it even more.
Sure. Tuscumbia has a footnote as one of the oldest courses in the state. What's the official byline or the official thing we can stake claim on?
I am not going to claim that one. I don't know. I have heard that we are the oldest country club in the state. There are a few other golf courses that argue oldest course. I've never really looked into it too far, mainly because of the fact of 1896. It's old. It's real old. People got on their horse to ride here to go play golf. So just think about that. But and that's there was an old slogan for the course where history lingers on every green. And as you look around the property and play the property, giant old trees, the old back and forth, layout, just the beautiful parkland design. And it's neat. It's just a neat historical course that you're not going to experience it anywhere else, because you can't just plant a tree and have it be 110 years old.
Sure, that's pretty cool. My dad used to have a property on Green Lake, so we used to come up here for vacation. Once again, I was part of his group that got to play the outing or the annual outing out here. As far as the traveling golfer, you kind of talked a little bit about the age and the mature trees, back and forth golf. Any other features that this course has, or maybe a signature hole, what golfers can look forward to?
Yeah, we talked earlier about trying to figure out a signature hole, right? And we don't necessarily have a hole that jumps out at you as like a lot of courses do with some crazy feature that makes it the signature hole. We're standing here on the 9th green. There is a pond you have to hit over coming in, and just before it, one of the neatest things about this course is it was in a time of early hazards, right? Things that just made, the clubs were hard to hit, period. So all you had to do is give them a little bit of undulation or something. So you'll see a lot of these, grass bunkers, snake knolls throughout the property, which is just, there's little things that'll jump up on you. Earlier I referred to back and forth golf. Yes, if you look at it on a satellite image, it's back and forth. Standing here, you look around, it's all hilly, it's extreme, there's a lot of undulation throughout the hole. And like I said, there's just little things that'll jump up and bite you that'll just be enough to, make it a little interesting to get to the green.
Sure. Well, we're standing on the iconic 9th hole with the beautiful clubhouse and restaurant in the background. We got a bubbling brook and a waterfall. I think this is if you don't know what your signature hole is, I think we're standing on it. Speaking of which, the restaurant, any news and updates for the locals or the traveling golfer on the restaurant?
Yeah, absolutely. Right now we are working on getting the restaurant and everything this off season. We're going to get the restaurant and the kitchen all fixed up, and we're planning on opening in the spring. Full open, full restaurant. We have full restaurants at a couple of our other properties, and we've really started to get that to a niche, and we're looking forward to bringing it here, and we're really excited about it.
Sure. I'm joined with Eric Buchholz, part of Rustic Golf Properties. We are at Tuscumbia. Talk a little bit about the 4 courses that you have under management, and a little bit about some of your membership options.
Yeah, so Rustic Golf Properties right now consists of here at Tuscumbia Golf Course in Green Lake, Two Oaks North Golf Course in Watoma, White Lake Golf Course in Montello, and then Saddle Ridge Golf Course down in Portage. And all of them bring their own little aspect. None of the courses are very close to each other as far as layout and design, which makes it really fun for our members that like to play our courses. Our memberships are all Rustic Golf memberships. It's not to the course. So when you become a member of our course or of our properties, you can play all the courses. We also include the option for a casual membership, where it's right around $100 a year, and then you just pay a small fee every time you play. It makes it really enjoyable for people that aren't able to get out there as often as a full membership might work out, but it still makes it so you get out and play and get it at a decent rate.
Sure. If somebody wants to join or play the golf course, where can they get more information on membership?
The easiest way to get information for us is rusticgolfproperties.com, at Rustic Golf Properties.